So you all know it, right? The biggest problem in Skyblock? Money. Everyone would love to have it, but the biggest problem people have is to make it. But did you know that there is a forgotten mini-boss in the end that can easily make you one of the most richest Skyblock players ever? And no, I'm not talking about the dragon, she only steals your money. Just like real life. I'm talking about the Endstorm Protector. It's a boss that got added years ago in Skyblock, and there was a item that the golem drops that's still worth millions till this day. And that item is the tier boost score. And although the item is years old, it still goes for an insane amount of money, and some people even break rules like macro for these items. But why is it so expensive, you may ask? Well, the tier boost score is an item you need to craft a tier boost. A tier boost is a pet item you can give to a pet to upgrade its rarity by 1. So if you are a smart person, you can buy a tier boost score or a tier boost, put it on a ender dragon and save yourself 200 million coins. And get bullied for having a Walmart dragon. And some people that think they are a clown even put it on a common level 69 monkey to make it uncommon. Why? I don't know, because yes. So you now know why the item is so expensive, and now you need to know how to get it. Well, it's very simple actually. Basically, you need to get to a tier 4 stage lobby by using a mod, unless you will be lame and running around the island finding the golem's body. Then having to wait for 30 minutes until it spawns, and then having to get top 5 in damage by tryharding boomerangs and hope to god a macro user isn't there dealing 5 million damage. Then having around the same drop chance as a Necron's handle, aka a 1 in 250 to drop the shiny core, and get yourself 60 million coins. Easy, right? Yeah, I know. But then you are there knowing how to get it, but not knowing how to do a lot of damage. Well, here's a simple setup for you. Since the Hyperion nerf update, the bosses got updated, so you cannot one-shot them anymore. Meaning that you won't have to deal as much damage as possible before it dies. So dealing insane damage isn't worth it because your damage will just get half. So people found out that ferocity is the way to go, because ferocity damage is dealing way more than regular damage. So you will need to get the full set of werewolf armor, but then you're still not ready because you will need to upgrade that armor with ancient, which is the precursor I reforged stone, giving you a ton of crit damage unless you've never played dungeons before. Next you are going to need a ultimate enchant called Legion, because Legion increases your armor stats by a certain percentage with every single person near its radius. Recommended is at least Legion 3 or above. You are also going to need a Axe of the Shredded. This weapon is legit the ultimate weapon for bosses, because with every axe throw you do, you deal more damage. And be sure to reforge it to Fabled with a dragon clone. So you are going to need a maxed out axe with the ultimate enchant ultimate wise, which halves the cost of the ability, allowing you to throw more axes, dealing more damage. And also be sure to put mana steal 3 on the weapon, which gives you more mana during the boss fight. You'll also need around 5 to 6 boomerangs. Now, in the older days, boomerangs would have been insanely expensive, but because of the last nerf update of strength, the prices of these dropped like 200%, so you're safe there. Make sure every single boomerang is reforged with spiritual as well, since it gives you a lot of crit damage and strength. Also, an important thing is that every bone needs the enchant overload 5 and power 5 to 6 for boosted damage. And lastly, you are going to need a pet to deal extra damage using ferocity, so you're going to need a tiger pet, which is at least level 70 or above. The rarity you are going to need is epic, but if you are a rich boy, you can go with a legendary. Also, the pet item you want to put on it can be either cheap, like a claw, or expensive, like a reaper gem or a relic. Now, when you got the entire setup, you will need to get the strategy. Now remember that this is the way I do it, and no, I am not the best at it, so please do not criticize in the comments about that. Anyway, so when you got the setup items, you are going to have to put them in the right spots. The most comfortable can be slot 1 having the axe, slot 2 to 7 having the boomerangs to swap, and a random item in the last slot to prevent messing up. Now when you got the items ready, you are just going to repeat a simple pattern, throw in the axe by pressing 1 on your keyboard, then instantly switch over to the second key and gently scroll your mouse until the last boomerang. Then press the axe again and repeat. Continue this process for a bit to get used to bone swapping. Now when you've done that, you are ready for the official stuff. The fastest way to grind golems is to get a mod that shows you which stage the golem is at, such as Skyblock add-ons, Skyblock extras, or Skytails, etc. And keep on switching end lobbies until it says to you stage 4. Next you are going to need to find the right spots of the golem. Here is a view from the entire dragon's nest, and these spots right here are the locations where the endstone protector can spawn. And there you go. Now you have everything you need to become a golem sweat and farm those delicious cores and pets. Since the protector can also drop a crystal fragment going for 60k coins, golem pets going for 500k to 2.5 million, and of course the shiny core going for 60 million. And on top of that, if you aren't lazy, you can farm zealots for easy summoning eyes, and also deal a lot of damage to dragons to gain loot by leeching, but that's for another day. I personally have been using this boss to make money and even made a giant room for it which we store our items in. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.